Going on, everybody? So today I said multiple times in comments that I was going to be making a reaction video on TJV's response. I've not watched the video yet. This is going to be my first impressions. Though I've heard from some people that it's bad. However, I can't really say that personally because I haven't watched it yet. So just if he becomes clean and if he clears things up and debunks stuff, that's a pretty badass video. So let's get in here. My response. So I'm gonna skip back because obviously this is new video, so it probably skipped some. Yes, it did.
TJV's old friends and mods/admins. These witnesses pleaded to me of what they had experienced, and today I wanted to give everyone who came to me an opportunity to share their voices and grant them the ability to express what they had encountered firsthand. TJV, you better respond at some point. Stop being a little baby. I gave you enough time. You had enough time, but instead you decided to do tic-tac reactions and tic-tac. That reminds me, you do have a tic-tac. You literally hacked me. Okay, never mind. I'm not even going to continue. What will being called out will be a massive hypocrite backtracking statements that we include the former staff member. Also calling people pedophiles with no evidence to back it up. A real specimen of a man. But if you do like videos for just abuse, others do it to, put out the truth. So, go with that as you will. Some of the point of this hypocrisy, and even debunk one of the claims that he made against a person that he knew. I just feel like why they make these videos, and honestly, they have the right to. And take down what's wrong. I saw the EJ rise to the top at some point, but if he doesn't get under control, I don't know, man. It seems like only bad things are coming.
Now, just my thoughts on that intro. Just want to point out, those are good videos. Especially Zombie Fox's video. Zombie Fox did a out-fucking-standing job on how to do the video trying to expose someone. If that was his goal, then he pretty much achieved that level. But of course, TJV is still a fucking human being, and we all make mistakes, and I'm not going to suck his dick, but I'm just trying to get the positives in here. Like, I'm trying to get some positives because I'm not trying to feel like I'm one-sided completely. Now, I know people have tried that, being not one-sided, and then they just get fucked into oblivion for it, but I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to fucking be as non-biased as I fucking can. Alright, let's continue this shit show.
Hello everyone, my name is TJV and this is my response video. This is my response video to all these videos and stuff about me, and if you don't know what's going on, you're confused, you're more welcome to check all those out. I definitely recommend them to get the full context and be able to form your own opinion. I will be giving a brief recap here in this video, but it will be brief and it won't have a lot of details, and I'm not looking to defend myself from every single one of these videos, but I will be defending myself here and there if it ever comes up, but that's not the goal of this video. You will soon see what the goal.
Okay, so, first thoughts. I like that if at point blank he's saying, yes, the majority of this stuff is true. And there's only a couple parts where he's going to defend himself. At least he's coming clean that some of it is true. But what matters is what parts of it are true and what he's trying to defend himself on. So let's take a look.
Having said that, as a side note, I wanted this video to be prettier, not just film on the webcam, but my battery charger to my camera is missing, and I don't know where it is. So I gotta find that. But for the meantime, I'm just gonna use this because putting out this video quick would piss off a lot less people. When I say quick, a month ago I said I was gonna be working on it, and I was working on it, and I still am. To this day, I'm recording it. There's a lot of people who are upset that this video is taking a long time, but I'm glad I took the time to work on what I had planned, and
first of all, I'm going to be the judge of that right here. If it took you a fucking month to make this video, and you come out with videos within fucking 3 hours and they're like fully edited and shit. And this one, I get it, you probably had some family, but I don't think that excuse should really work considering anytime anybody else pulls the family card, you shit all over them. So I don't really think that could be used. But at the same time, of course, I've taken long-ass breaks myself on YouTube just because, I mean, this shit can get fucking tiring, man. Like, I want something to do for myself, with my family and shit. So, yeah. I got other shit to do in my life. But I get that more of a laid-back excuse because I'm small. TJV has 83,000 fucking subs. And, yeah. So, we'll see. But I'm just saying, if he pulls the family card again, I'm going to have mixed feelings on it. Like, at one point, I get it. And the other point, it's like fucking, dude, people have tried that on you. I said, hey, I got a family to look after. Then you shit all over them. And I'm not just referring to Delirious. Like, I'm referring to a couple others, but Delirious is the big standout, obviously. But anyways, let's continue.
Evaluate that and sort of change things up a bit. And I will explain all why here right now. First thing, people are upset with me. They have a lot of problems or criticisms about things that I've said, my behavior, my actions in the past, the things that I do now, the content, the videos. Some people have bad experiences with me, and that leads to Christmas Eve when Velocity HD uploaded his third video about me, showing a lot of ex-staff members' experiences and opinions and things they wanted to share and expose about me. Now, that video is full of a lot of stuff that I could try to disprove. I guess I'll bring up an example, just so I'm not, pulling that out of my saying, oh, yep, that video is just totally not true. There are elements of it that obviously are true and things that are happening. There's just a lot of things I think are misrepresented or taken out of context, and there's also some things that just are straight up not true.
Okay. Now, you can say this, and I'm not giving it's not that I'm not giving a chance to him for this. Fuck my life. Anyways, it's not that I'm not giving him a chance to defend himself. It's more of a thing like the biggest standout is the fact that you basically doxed someone, which not fucking okay, and they showed clips of you like fucking condemning it, or at least condemning them to go fucking harass them. Like they showed clips of that shit. That part there's no fucking denying. That was the highlight of the fucking video. At least in my opinion.
For example, I don't pay artists for their artwork, which just seems like they're trying to lowblow me with that. Nobody in this Discord gets paid, and when they want to contribute anything to TJV, they get the cold shoulder. They don't get either compensated.
That is true. I do feel like that that was pretty small. I mean, unless they're like demanding payments and like if he uses it and like they're demanding payments straightforward, and if TJV can deliver, then just don't fucking use it. But if you're making the artwork, here's the thing. I'm not that fucking picky. Like, I used to have an editor back in the day named Tjv Apology, and I actually did a couple of, like, plush videos with him back in the day. Really fucking fun dude. And yes, we're still on good terms. Nothing bad ever happened between us. But the dude kind of went off and just wanted to do his own thing, and I respected that. He's got more friends, and so I'm not hurt by that shit. So basically, he used to edit my videos. Like, he made that badass intro I made. Well, not I made, he made that video called My Intro. The one with Springtrap, and it was the Fred King one. That, holy shit, dude. Like, I haven't been friends, like, well, actually, I've been friends with him, obviously. But, like, I have not really fucking, like, done anything with the dude, considering YouTube, ever since I switched my name from Fred King 86780 to Doom Ghost. I figured Fred King, I'm moving on, and that's a way too fucking long name. So I just went with something simple and fucking generic called Doom Ghost. And he worked on the icon. Took Doomslayer, gave him double horns, gave him a mustache. My original intention was to have, like, marker drawn on the fucking helmet, and it was going to be double horns and a mustache. But hey, I'm still satisfied with the product. Anyways, I'm getting fucking off track here. Point is, when someone gives you artwork, it's not exactly a fucking handout demanding money. Like, if you're giving someone artwork, they don't need fucking paid. They're not asking for payment, so there's no fucking problem. He did it because we were fucking friends, and still are. That's just the simple point I want to make. That's all I'm going to say for that part.
One of the people being links where I have, the person who contacted the person for the artwork for me, he shared DM saying that she never discussed anything about money or wanting any money, and then when I contact her asking her, did you want me to take it down or keep it up, or do you not care, she asked to take it down, and I took it down right away. So it seems like a pretty simple resolution to any problem that was there, or why she never reached out to me, I have no idea, but it did turn into a point that was made in that video to make me sound worse.
Yeah, and I think he is currently using Lynx's art, so she's also in that other GC with everyone in it, and that's why she's in there. Because he's using her art for merch.
There's another artist who I paid for work that I ended up interviewing. Here's that part.
So I made the Discord banner. It had all our faces in it. It was super fun to make. You initially offered me $100, so that was like, wow, that's still a lot, because people don't usually pay me that much for art, And you actually paid me $200 after I drew after, so it was like $100 tip. So I never asked you to even pay for that. You paid me what you thought you wanted to pay me. So for Diner to go around saying, oh, he doesn't, pay people for art, blah, 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 that's bullshit, because I can go with my Venmo right now and find where you paid me.
Another thing that was brought up to the point that I don't pay anybody for their work is that there was this guy who didn't ever want to really be involved in any of the stuff that was brought up.
The song at the beginning of his channel was by his brother-in-law. Never paid him.
So I ended up interviewing him, and he had this to say about the whole thing.
So back in 2020, around the time that your server was starting to gain some traction, I remember coming to you and talking to you about working together in some capacity. Didn't know when at the time. I ended up writing a song for you. It was like a minute and a half song, I think, that you would use in your videos. The final outcome of the conversation was, yeah, I'm not too worried about the money, and we were just going to basically use the song as, to help you and somewhat promote the music I was making at the time. There was, at a later date, there was a disagreement that you and I had that I incited because of personal problems that were going on in my life that was very, very wrong of me to get into, but that was not because I felt that I was owed anything, or I felt that you deserved to pay me. We never talked about any sort of payment. I'm sure that if we had, it would have been figured out in a professional way. And should have been sure, but we never actually sat down and had a legitimate conversation about this is how much I want to give you for this. This is how much you deserve for this. I was just more happy for you to use the song because I felt it would be promotion for me. A lot of my
Oh my fucking god.
behind every good girl is a bad girl.
Okay. Oh, fucking okay. Like, do I even have to explain this? Is he trying to fucking monetize a fucking response video? Or more like an apology? Like, what the fuck? Like, sure, I know he's mainly a fucking, like, just in it for the money. You said that multiple times. But I feel like this isn't really something appropriate enough to fucking monetize. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not even Mini Lad, I don't think, monetized his apologies. So, like, just maybe fucking don't monetize the apology. Not really a good idea.
Song because I felt it would be promotion for me.
A lot of my personal experiences with people, maybe people who necessarily didn't want to be involved or did want to be involved, were included all in this and stuff like
that. And again, there's just a lot of things that I can bring up, and this is a lot of the stuff that I was working on. But since I've changed my mind on a lot of stuff about how I wanted to handle this, so I will not. Alright.
Listen, motherfucker. Like, I'm not going in all aggressive as I can. I'm just like, motherfucker, what? So I just put some text down. And there is more examples like that, but the goal isn't to defend myself. Motherfucker, if it's a response video, that should be the fucking goal. That should be the whole fucking reason you're making this video. And I said, and like you said, it's not the goal. That's not the goal. Well, it fucking should be, bro. Like, I feel like that should have been the fucking goal. Unless you feel like you're nowhere near the fucking wrong, to where you don't feel you have the need to do this shit. To say you're sorry. And another big beef I have right now, we're fucking halfway through. No, we're not halfway through. 7 minutes, damn near. Yeah, we're about halfway through the fucking video, and he's focused on the shit that I don't even fucking care about. How about you move on to the big shit, where, you fucking dox the girl? Because this shit I could care less about.
Just a lot of things that I can bring up, and this is a lot of the stuff that I was working.
And he even said it was just kind of a low blow. Then why the fuck have you invested, like, the majority of this fucking video to it?
But since I've changed my mind on a lot of stuff about how I wanted to handle this, so I will not be including every little point that they bring up to try to disprove, even though that was the original plan. Instead, I want you to sit here and take the time to understand more what they're trying to criticize me about.
Oh my fucking god. So I guessed it. It is that he feels that he's no way, shape, or form in the wrong. That he feels that an apology is necessary. Because, motherfucker, you doxed someone! That should be the core thing you're apologizing for, motherfucker. Like, or at least deny that you were doxing people. I watched the fucking videos. Mainly, like, Velocity's video. I can't remember her name. But you dox someone about them living in Colorado and, like, what state they live in, what city they live in, what region they live in. And I'm pretty sure people eventually found their fucking address. Like, you can look through phone books and shit, because their name was known. You knew their name. You said their name. They have fucking phone books. They can find that address. So it's still doxing, motherfucker. You said the name, you said the city, you made it, basically you're like, oh, I just took doxing someone and put it on fucking easy mode for other people to dox. That's still fucking doxing, bro. And if you've seen my Twitter, you know I'm fucking against that shit.
And understand that I might be really mad and angry right now about Velocity's video and all these other videos coming out about me, but just take a moment to relax and stop being bitter over it. And that's exactly how I was. I was very, very bitter.
Okay. One more thing to add on here. Listen, I have come to not care for this. I don't give a shit anymore. But now that this is so fucking bad so far, like he's only made one good point. Now it's about shit I don't care about. And we're halfway through. Like, you're taking shit I don't care about, that's not important, and bringing up like one or two good points. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, why? Like, I was not invested anymore. But your piss poor response right here. Like, I even emailed you. I was as friendly as possible. And I still respect you on a degree. Because I was fucking wrong to have made a theory because of a fucking delay in emails. That was a mistake on my end, and I was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Like, I'm fucking sorry. It's just fucking technical errors in emailing. But hey, that's just some shit that I guess email's not fucking reliable. because I'll bring this point up once again. My video was made on January 12th. The date that says he sent it was January 8th. So, it wasn't there in the video. That should immediately prove, like, dude, I'm not fucking joking. There was a big ass fucking delay. I didn't receive that email until like the fucking 20th. Or whenever that fucking video was made. What date is it? Oh shit, it's February 4th. Tomorrow's my sister's birthday. Anyways.
I don't know, but so much to the point where I would just keep it all bottled up inside because I didn't want to talk to anybody about it. I never talked to my girlfriend, my friends, anybody about it. And when those videos did come out and they asked me about it, I was like, I'll make a response to it, and I'm working on it, but it's whatever. And I was very, very bitter about it. And you guys are the only ones that have ever heard me say that. I still to this day have not really told anybody how I felt when those videos came out, and I think that bitterness and that anger and that rage and that, me being upset and disappointed that all this stuff had to happen, I think that's what motivated me to want to make the video. And I have a complete timeline and an outline of everything set up still. It's just about a couple weeks ago I realized, you know what, I'm not really being true to what I said I would. I mean, these guys are focusing a lot on small, itty-bitty stuff here and there trying to make me look bad, and I think that's ridiculous. I took a step back and realized that I did the same thing with several people before, and it's not necessarily the way I want to go on being a hypocrite my entire life and criticizing other people for doing things that I've done before. So, Velocity HD never reaching out to hear my side, well, I never reached out to hear Louis Caliber's side. And I probably should have. Some of my ex-staff members talking to Velocity and being in that interview and that video of Velocities and focusing on all these little things and dragging them along as if I'm this big, bad, terrible person. I focused on very little itty-bitty stuff that Minilad or Homewrecker did, and I covered videos on every little thing that they did. So I did the same thing that they were doing. So I'm not going to sit here and want to be a hypocrite, obviously. So there was a huge lack of accountability in myself for a very long time, and I'm going to date this all the way back to fall of 2020 where I started popping off, and I feel like that I've never really had anybody to sit here and hold me accountable. A lot of people related with me on the whole Minilad thing where he was their favorite because he was my favorite content creator before all that stuff happened, and I was following his content very closely. But when I heard all that stuff that was happening, I got really upset, and I got bitter again, and a lot of people related with me on that, and I feel like that was a huge thing that, helped me out, is that, not only...
Okay. Alright. So, once again, I'm going to be comparing myself with this. So I do feel like that is a fair comparison. How he feels with Minilad, about him being his favorite content creator, like, TJV, for a while, was my favorite commentary channel. He really was. I was watching as many videos as I could on this dude. Well, I mean, of course my favorite was still Diesel Patches, but Diesel Patches has fallen off the face of the fucking earth. Because he had shit to do. So I went to TJV, and TJV became my favorite content creator when it came to commentary. Then this shit starts happening. Like, dude, of course, I don't feel obsessed. I'm just more like fucking confused and a little like, what? Like, why though? You're getting like fucking power hungry for how many fucking subs you have. Like, oh, no one fucking holds me accountable. There we go. Like, he's pointing it out. He is a hypocrite. And like, how about you? Yeah, he did admit that nobody was able to hold him accountable. And then here we are now holding him accountable for the bad shit he's doing. I am thankful he brought that up. But he's still kind of dodging and weaving shit that's going at him.
Was I covering that? I was also just really upset about that, and I had that element. And I felt like over time that relatability kind of spaced out more and more and more because I just was never accountable for anything that I was doing. I mean, I guess I would receive hate every once in a while or whatever, but I still had the masses and all that, and I still sat here and I thought that it will blow over, it ain't not going to be that big of a deal, and I still to this day believe that this stuff could blow over easily. It's just I'm taking a different approach about it. Instead of sitting here trying to defend myself and dig myself out of this hole, which I probably could do, probably couldn't do, I have no idea, I don't know what happened. I instead
here's how we could have opened the video. Because again, this is a necessary comparison. Hello everybody, hello guys. This video's been a long time coming. I don't think I need to explain. Because, you know, it's a fucking month since the video should have been made. Should have taken like fucking a week at most. Because, well, actually, I'm not going to criticize that shit. Of course, he wanted everything to get right, but it's still not really working out too well. But, hey, you guys, this video's been a long time coming, and it's not that he's been dodging these allegations. Well, I mean, he could have been, but when he pretty much immediately came out with chill out and wait. At least he's still acknowledged. Like, he's not full-on Minilad ducking that shit for 2 fucking months. Anyways.
I was thinking, let's just say that you screwed up quite a bit of times, no matter how big or how small, but take them all as the same way, you know, they're all learning lessons, and become better from that. And then eventually, the more and more you learn, the fewer mistakes you make in life. And I think the biggest problem is that I bring up a lot about my moral arguments and my viewpoints and how they're really tied to my morals and my viewpoints. The way I act in person is very different from the way I act here, and I want to be able to fix that and make that a bit better. For example, I don't go out and nitpick every little thing that people do, so why the hell am I doing it here? I'm not just rude and disrespectful right off the bat with people, so why am I doing it here? Why am I rude and disrespectful all the time to people online? So I understand that this video is really set up for people just to crap on me and say, oh, I was right, and they have every right to do that. It's not really going to upset me anymore. The whole bitterness and the rage and the anger and the upset and being sad or whatever the case may be, it's kind of come and gone. I understand that it's going to happen. I've always understand that you're going to get hate. But what I'm really hoping for is for legit criticisms going forward in the future. I am looking for anybody who wants to comment on the videos. And I'm not referring to anybody specifically, but I feel like that instead of this being a content farm and having a bunch of videos and things being made, I mean, I could have called out like Chill Venom and Zen and all this other stuff about all that, but it would have just started more content for them, more content for me, and I never really felt like that was really going to get anywhere. So instead, I want to take this more as a learning experience and say officially that I was wrong about some things, and I'm not going to clarify on which, because again, it's a long story, but I do want to say that there are a lot of things that aren't true in those videos that are misrepresented and things that I know that are lies, but I'm not here to defend myself. If you want to go feed into that and believe everything that is being said about me, feel free to do that. I just know where I screwed up and where I made my mistakes. And to that, I want to apologize to anybody who I've made content about where I was wrong and I screwed up, and not either reaching out for both sides or not trying to understand or just handling it very poorly. I want to say sorry.
Whoa! Is that an apology to Maid of Honor? Congrats. Because that has been something that's been a long time coming. A response, Tjv Apology. Because 4 fucking hours is just absolutely fucking ridiculous.
To anybody in my Discord who had a bad experience with me, even though I don't think I necessarily did anything wrong, or
Jesus fucking Christ. Does my phone not understand the definition of fucking do not disturb?
never really made any mistakes in my Discord on handling any of the situations. If anyone had bad experiences, I sympathize, and I'm saying I'm sorry about all that. And I want to say sorry to anybody who was disappointed in the person I was either becoming or the person I was appearing as. I want to be able to learn from all of that and become better. So, like I said, that's going to be the response video. Another way that this could help you guys is if you guys have any personal beefs, which I recommend handling in private with me. There's ways to reach out. For example, my email. Anybody's welcome to email that and tell me your criticism about me. I will be doing a live stream, so if you want this to be...
Alright, look, TJ, I don't think I really need to explain why I'm not going to really email you much anymore, especially if I have problems with you. Oh, shit. Because that delay was just absolutely fucking abhorrent. Goddamn 10 to 12 days for it to fucking go out and finally get me to receive it. Because holy shit. About 12 to 14 days, dude. Holy shit. Anyways, us continue this small
record in public. I have no problem talking about it during the live stream. I probably will live stream later tonight. If not, it will be tomorrow. Don't know an exact time, but I can try to update you on my community tab or on my Twitter or something about that. But anyways, thank you guys for watching the video. Didn't really mention much about what's actually in those videos, but more that I will take accountability for my actions and that I will try to be better. I'm glad that I had that weird self-discovery part where I can take it back and learn a bit more from that. I know it might take time for people to even believe that that's happening, but to those who are believing it and support it, thank you guys very much, and I really appreciate it. You guys like and subscribe and do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys all later. Bye.
Alright, now I'm going to voice my thoughts. So, I do believe that he's going to learn from this. I do believe that. But of course, I always try to look at the positive. So, basically, here's what I'm seeing right now. TJV. I rate your response video a 5 out of 10. That's not like Mini Lad or Omrecker or whatever the fuck it is. Like EDP, all that shit when it comes to response videos. That's all like fucking 2s and 3s, but yours is a solid 5. Yours is a 5. Because, sure, you do take accountability and reference some minor shit, but you still dodged and weaved the big shit, like fucking doxing someone. Like, you could have acknowledged that and said sorry. That was my core beef. That he did not even fucking acknowledge the fact that he doxed her. That should have been, like, that should have been, like, apologized and referenced. Because that is the biggest shit. Here's the thing of what I've learned in my days of commentary. Even though they are pretty fucking small. I don't really commentate much. I prefer to game. So, here's my thoughts from what I've learned from all my experiences, all these experiences with all these other massive fucking commentary channels, such as like Mr. Sen, Crows of Judgment, even though he's not a full-on commentator. I was featured in a Crows of Judgment area. I was featured in one of his videos, and it was a big portion. I had a whole fucking toy bounty hunter video dedicated to what I was saying. I felt like my fucking voice was heard. And even if shit wasn't true at most times, at least people still took the time to acknowledge it, to research it, to disprove me if I was wrong. And I felt like I had a fucking impact. That me, someone so small, could actually do something about this shit, or could at least have a voice, and that voices can be heard in this massive fucking community, that people do take the time to listen. And I felt something special with this community. I'm probably going to leave this community alone, but I just want to say thank you to everyone, because it has been really fucking fantastic. Like I said, I'm grateful for all the friends I've made on this amazing journey that I've had on the commentary community. And though being small, I've still pulled in views. People have still watched my videos. Those fucking massive content creators have watched my videos. And I, again, feel connected. So again, thank you. Like, love all you guys for real. Now anyways, as for the response, yeah, it's 5 out of 10. Could have referenced some bigger parts. Could have been better. Could have acknowledged that he doxed someone. That's my, again, main beef. But seriously, thank you. And for all the people that I've connected with along this journey, I especially want to thank the Grim Reaper, who has been my closest ally throughout all this. He was my first and closest ally throughout everything. And just fucking thank you, man. Chill Dunham, though our friendship has somewhat been criticized by other people, And, of course, I still have problems with some shit Chilled Venom was doing. Like, he was going after some of my other friends, and I tried my best to say, hey, that's not fucking okay. And I tried to get them to stop doing that shit, and eventually they made peace. Because, well, we're all people. We all have pitiful shit to do. But at the end of the day, I'm still grateful for everyone. And if people want mentioned in a list that I'm going to make below, I'm going to ask them, and I'm going to make a long list of all the friends I've made in this journey. I'm going to ask them, say, hey, do you want to be referenced in here? Because I'm not just going to go out and say, hey, I'm involved with this person. I'm going to say what's already been acknowledged. So anyways, the two people that I've got so far that have already been acknowledged, thank you, Grim Reaper. Thank you, Chilled Venom. And, yeah. Other people, you're all going to be in a long list if you want to be. So, thank you for this opportunity, man. It's fucking great. Anyways, this is just me out. Where the fuck is the thing? It's right here. Goodbye. Fucking